Hi everybody! Today I want to talk about my baby girl nursery on a budget. When I found out that I was pregnant again with another little girl, I started dreaming about her nursery and what it would look like, and so I got on Pinterest and I typed in baby girl nursery and I found some of the most beautiful nurseries ever. I mean, gorgeous. They look better than my room. But then I realized we're on a budget. So I wanted to show you our baby girl nursery on a budget and what it looks like and how we did it. So come on in here and I'll show you around. All right, friends, so this is my nursery on a budget. The first thing I want to do is talk about the crib, because that's where, well, at this point, that's where the action is. Baby's sleeping in here. So this crib, actually, my husband and I purchased for our oldest daughter when she was born. It's a 3-in-1 convertible crib, so it'll do the crib, then this comes off and there's a, the little protective rail, and then eventually these sides go away and it'll stretch out to a twin size bed. And we bought all the attachments and it was, decently expensive. So it started off to be her crib. So when I found out that I was pregnant again, I thought, okay, do I want to buy another convertible crib for the baby and stretch this one out for our oldest daughter? Or do I want to buy our oldest daughter a big girl bed with a twin mattress and put the baby in here? Obviously you can see which one we chose, but let me kind of explain why. So when I started comparing prices, I was looking at the price for convertible cribs and then a big girl bed with a twin mattress. And actually it kind of ended up to be fairly comparable. I wanted to bring my older daughter into the process because I didn't want her to feel like we were stealing her bed. We were going to have to do something regardless, and so if she had wanted to keep this, then we probably would have gotten another convertible crib. But I was sitting with her before the baby was born one day, and we were sitting here in the bed, and she said, "Mommy, where's the baby going to sleep?" And I said, "Well, she's going to sleep in a crib. We've got to get her bed." And she said, "Well, I have an idea. Why don't we give her my bed and we can make it a crib again?" And I thought, oh, perfect. You just made up our minds. And actually it worked out okay because when I looked at the price for a big girl bed and a twin mattress, it was fairly comparable to the convertible crib that I wanted. Now I know you can get convertible cribs for actually pretty great deals out there, but the one that I wanted and I had done research on was about the same price. It was only a little bit cheaper than doing the big girl bed and the twin mattress. So this actually worked out perfectly because my older daughter feels special and big in her bed, and my younger daughter has this, which will convert out to a bigger bed for her as she grows older. So it worked out perfectly, and I like the crib, so that's a bonus. All right, so moving right along in our budget nursery, my budget nursery, this is the rocking chair. And the rocking chair we bought, again, when my first daughter was born. It was actually a birthday present. I had her for about a month, and I thought, I need some place to sit when I'm nursing her, and I don't really have anything, and so we went out and got a rocking chair. I love the rocking chair because I'm a pretty tall gal, and it's got a higher back. Most of the ones that I was finding at the baby stores only came up to about here on me, and so as I come in at 2, 3 in the morning to nurse the baby, I was going to be falling asleep like that. So we went to a furniture store and got this rocking chair. So at this point, having had it for 5 years, I would say that the cost is well defrayed at this point. So this is my favorite rocking chair, and I come in here at night when she wakes up and we nurse and she goes back to sleep. So the rocking chair is used pretty heavily, just mostly at night. So something I didn't have to buy, we already had it, which was awesome. That definitely helped our budget because we already had it. This table here is nothing super special. We already had it, and it actually houses our Wi-Fi. But more importantly, it houses the noisemaker. Well, one of the noisemakers. We have 2 in here, so it's important because it has the noisemaker to help the baby. Because right on the other side of this is a street. It's not super loud, but it kind of just helps keep it all nice and quiet. So yeah, In this corner, rocking chair and noisemaker. Okay, next on the tour is the changing table / dresser and this light here. The changing table / dresser and the light both came from IKEA. This light is plastic. And at first when I bought it, I thought, oh, it's plastic. You know, it was like $9.99. But then I'm thinking, okay, this is going in a baby's room. Pretty soon to be a toddler, and what do toddlers like to do, and babies, they like to pull stuff over. And actually she already has pulled it over. And so I worry a lot less with it being plastic, because if she pulls it over, it's just gonna bounce. It's not gonna break. Plus it was $9.99. Okay, that's great. And I needed a light in here. So IKEA. Gotta love IKEA. So the next thing here is the dresser that we turned into a changing table. I actually did some research to find out if it's called the Malm, M-A-L-M, and I did some research to find out if a traditional changing pad would fit on here, and it doesn't. So I actually looked on Amazon and found a changing pad that would fit, and it was totally there. Thank you, Amazon. So I just added that to the list, and I was fortunate enough to be given this for my baby shower, which was something I could take out of our budget for the nursery. So that was great. So anyway, the changing pad and cover here were a gift from the baby shower. But this is the Malm dresser, and right now I've got diapers and wipes and a few of my cloth diapering things up there. And then she's a 9-month clothes, so I've got 9-month clothes and then more 9-month clothes in case it's chilly. Haha, chilly here. And then the bottom drawer is the next set of, the next month, which will be 12 months, so she's not there yet. But this has been great because we don't have a ton of storage in this house. So it's been nice to have this, very nice. And I think this was just a little over $100, so score, that was perfect. And then, and I will bring a little bit of attention to, if I can, my letters. I made those from letters at Michael's with hot glue and fake flowers, and I think they add a nice touch. So that's this corner of the nursery. All right, so the last stop on our nursery tour is this lovely behind the curtains thing here. Up there at the top, we bought a track system from IKEA, and it actually wasn't that bad. We got these curtains from IKEA as well. Now obviously as she gets a little older, we're gonna have to rethink this, but for now it helps me deal with my clutter issues. Our house is not that large. It's actually only a little bit over 1,000 square feet, which is about 93 square meters. So as you can see, not super large, and unfortunately storage is wasn't very well thought out in this house, so we had to kind of get creative. So behind the curtains, is this. So we have a metal rack, actually we have two, and then so I've got her cloth diapers, I've got some of her extra stuff, blankets, and then down here at the bottom we have some storage tubs that we have more stuff in, because I've got a lot of baby things from when my oldest was a baby, and I know that at some point we'll need them. So anyways, we've got this here. This is mostly all for the baby, which is very helpful. And then over here we have another one, which is actually mostly my husband's stuff and some extra blankets, pillows, and a little bit more baby stuff. So it's nice because this isn't a long-term solution, but for now, to help us kind of get prepared, or to help us get prepared for before the baby came, this worked perfectly. We're going to need to do something as she gets a little older, because I can pretty much just imagine me coming in here and her scaling these things, which is really scary. So not long term, but we will come up with something, I am sure. But for now, it works perfectly, and it was a relatively inexpensive fix for us. That's it. That is the tour of my nursery on a budget. There is one thing that I want to make sure that I mention that I forgot to mention earlier when we were talking about the Malm dresser, and that is that it is, and also these guys back here, it is super, super important to fasten your stuff to the wall, anchor it. IKEA actually will give you a free anchoring system if you bought something from them in the past and you don't have one. Everything now comes with an anchoring system, but IKEA has actually made it to where everything they sell now has an anchoring system. So please make sure you anchor to the wall, because if something tips over on your baby, that's a really big deal. So just anchor that stuff. Have your hubby do it, your dad do it, a friend who's handy, you do it, I don't know, but make sure you anchor your things to the wall because babies are gonna pull up on it. Okay, so that's it. Guys, thank you so much for coming on this little tour of my budget nursery. It's not fancy, but boy, I sure like it, and it sure works out really well for us. So thanks for joining us. I wish you success in planning your nursery. And yeah, if you like our videos, please click like. We would encourage you to be a subscriber, follow along with us on our journey. We have a Facebook page, and we also have a blog, and we'd love for you to check us out on those mediums. So thanks again for joining us. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care. Bye.